Done Activities bin was inspired by my friend Miss Laura Taylor, who's a teacher in Killeen, Texas. We met her through an early literacy program, and I really admired how she had a stash of educational fun toys for the kids to play with, only when they were done with their assignments. So we came up with our When We're Done Activities bin, and the kids can pick something educational to play with when they're done with their phonics and math in the morning. Our bin sits on the floor between our school library and our curriculum shelf, and it kind of doubles as a window seat for the boys or a stool for them to access our charts. So let's take a peek and see what we've got. On this side of the bin, I primarily keep puzzles. So we have all kinds of puzzles. First of all, we have 2 different types of number puzzles. Pretty much the same concept applies. They have a number on one piece, and then they'll have a picture of a certain number of objects, and the kids find the number that corresponds with the number of objects on the other tile, and those 2 pieces will go together. And that's the same for this puzzle. So that's a really fun one for them to practice counting and recognizing numbers. And then we have the letter puzzles. I really love these 2. They get to practice their spelling. The puzzle piece will have a piece of a picture as well as a letter, and they'll build the picture and the word, so they can either go just off the picture or also go by the letter and try and build the different pictures. They get to practice their spelling while playing with the puzzle, and they're reading. If they just use the picture to put it together, then they can read the word across the bottom. Another fun puzzle is this states puzzle. So they will build a map of the United States. There's a guide and a bunch of magnetic pieces that they can use to build the United States, and obviously we have the poster, so if they need that for a visual guide, they can use that too. Another fun educational puzzle set is this one that is kind of book style, and every page has a letter and a picture that corresponds with it. So A is for apple, so they need to find the A puzzle piece and the picture of an apple, and they can complete this book of the alphabet. Another one of my favorite puzzles is this block puzzle set. There are 6 different puzzles in one because the pieces are cubes and each side corresponds to a different puzzle. And then the edges are all different colors. So like the yellow edged puzzle is one picture, the green edged puzzle is another, and the older 2 boys can do this one by themselves. Not all of the puzzles are especially educational, just the puzzle in and of itself is an educational idea, concept, just with trying to find the right pictures and build the picture or put it together. Some of them are just fun, like this one's an owl-shaped puzzle that the younger children can play with. Then there are these fun ones that we have fishing and bug catching. So there are different bugs that fit in each of the slots. So here's a ladybug, and he'll fit right in here. And then there's a wooden net with a little magnet that hangs down from it so that they can actually catch the ladybug or the other bugs. This is another fun one. I put felt across the back to numb some of the sound, and so we mute some of the sound so we can use them for church puzzles as well to keep it a little bit quieter. And the boys really enjoy those puzzles. And we also have 3 Etch-a-Sketches, and they really enjoy drawing their own pictures and then shaking it up to reset the background. That's pretty much the puzzle side. The other side of the bin, we have different activities. So we have the quiet books are fun. I love them because they are all inclusive. They usually zip shut, so all the pieces will stay together. They'll have Velcro pieces, so they can Velcro the shapes in the right spots, or here's a clock to practice telling time. This one, buttons, so they can just button the little flower petals onto the button. Practicing a buckle. Here's snaps, so they learn different skills, practice tying a shoe or zipping something in this little pocket. So those are fun toys that they enjoy, and again, these can be used at church as quiet time activities. And I rotate the ones that are quieter, I rotate through their church backpacks for entertainment at church, and also for their when we're done activities. Here's another favorite. They enjoy their viewfinders, Viewmasters. So there's you probably played with these when you were a kid, but just fun. The Viewmaster Classic comes with all sorts of discs. They've got dinosaur pictures or marine life. There's a safari one, different pictures that they can look at through their viewfinder. And I have 3 different Viewmasters and then several discs, so several boys can actually play with this as a when we're done activity. Also on the activity side, we have activity books. So there are 3 main types of activity books. I have ones where they can wipe away their answers so we can reuse them, so those are really fun. And then we have the magic marker ones where there's a pen that's filled with water, and the water activates the colors on the page, so they can color a picture of dolphins or a lobster, just different ones. And we have, I think, 3 or 4 different books that they can choose from to paint with water. So another fun activity book that we have are these tape books, so that we have different colored rolls of tape they can use to decorate the white lines on every page. Every page has a different design, and they can put them on, and these are fun because they're also reusable. So here's a lollipop one that they did, and you can see this green piece of tape just pulls right off, so I can reset the book so that they can do it again later. We have magnetic scenes that they can use, cars and planes and trains, and there's different scenes within there that they can build with magnets. This is a fun toy that it's a magnet build guy, so they can put on his head and his pants and his shirt and make him do all sorts of different things, whether he's a doctor or a fireman or just different fun things. And even though a lot of the toys store in their own boxes, I like to put them in a Ziploc bag just to make sure all the pieces stay contained. Here's another fun one they do together. This is a tic-tac-toe game, which of course they can also play with a pen and paper, but it's really fun to just have all the pieces in there and they can just play it on the board here, play tic-tac-toe together. The younger boys especially enjoy this game. It's a beehive, and they have these little tongs. They can go and catch a bee and take him out of the hive or put him back in. So especially Teddy and Elliot love this toy, but the older boys sometimes play with it too. We have a matching game, just try and remember where the picture was placed and find the match. This is a fun game. I like this one because I feel like it builds critical thinking and logic skills. The top comes off and there are all these different patterns. There's a little deck they can put or a little stand they can put the pattern in, and then they get to try and arrange they can look at shapes on one side, shapes and colors, or just colors on the other side, but they arrange them to match the pattern on the little pattern cards. Another fun activity they recently got, this board with holes in it. They have, again, patterns that they can work from, or they can just do shapes for fun on their own. But there are all these little blocks of different shapes that they can then use shoelaces to create their own pictures with. So they enjoy just anything that's really creative and hands-on. Another fun toy that has patterns, again, is a pegboard and a bunch of rubber bands that they use to try and match the patterns on the little pattern cards. So especially Bruce and Isaac love this job. We've got Paw Patrol activity stickers, that's fun. And this was recently added for the younger guys. Again, the older boys also enjoy it. They can pick a map, a different picture, and put it over this pegboard. and use all these little buttons to decorate it. So sometimes they match the colors exactly of the picture, and sometimes they like to mix it up. So that's another fun activity. The build your own car kits that the boys got for Christmas have also been added to our When We're Done activity stash. So it's really fun because they have their own screwdrivers and bolts, and this is a completed train, but we have 7 different designs that they can use, and it's really easy for them to take the screws out, and it's to the point that even Elliot can build the train from scratch all by himself, just putting all the pieces back together. So that's one of the ones I really enjoy watching them play with, just watching their little minds work as they put the pieces in position and then screw down the screws, learning the difference between righty-tighty and lefty-loosey, and knowing what the design looks like and getting that train or that car put together. These are more just for the older two, Bruce and Isaac. So Bruce got this stencil set, which is fun for Christmas, so they can be able to stencil different drawings. And then we have a variety of activity books, including color by numbers. And since Bruce and Isaac are both learning their numbers and they know their colors, it's really fun for them to watch the picture come to life as they color the right colors in the different blanks. And I've actually copied off a lot of the pages so that they can both do the same drawing if they want, or they can do the same one over and over. This is another fun game that they really enjoy. This game is fun because there are fish with different words on them that the boys can fish for. The red pack is the easiest one, so like a lot of 3-letter words. So if Isaac's playing, I'll just put the red ones in, but I can put in some of the harder ones for Bruce. Now, and it has a pole with a magnet on the end, so they can fish for the different fish, and if they can read the word by themselves, then they get to keep the fish out. If not, they throw them back in the pond. If I had to help them read the words, they can fish and practice that word again later. And this one's fun because I can put in all of the same color fish for one ability level, or I can challenge them by putting in a couple of fish from a more difficult bag, or maybe all the red fish are for Isaac and the green fish are for Bruce. So that's always fun that they can play the fishing game together. Thanks again for watching and checking out some of our When We're Done activities. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can catch my next video, and let me know in the comments if you have any ideas or suggestions. I'd love links to other educational fun activities that you enjoy playing with your kiddos, and that we can add to our collection for When We're Done activities. Until next time, have a great week.